Hi guys, another new video. So today we'll continue with the Knights and Merchants campaign Reborned in Armies of Exigo, and today we have the 11th mission. So as you can see, it will be a 1v1 against Murbach, and it will be another building mission. So let's take a look at the starting animation.
Indeed, only narrowly was the attack on our town beaten back. But the treacherous attack did in truth leave its cruel mark on the town. The enemy torched it ruthlessly and killed nigh all who dwelt there. Thou wilt answer this massacre with bloody revenge. But firstly, thou must needs build the town anew before thou bringst the cowardly scoundrels to account.
Yes, so as you can see, we are playing in the destroyed village that we were trying to defend in the last mission.
Ready.
As you can see, there are also some enemies in the beginning, but they will just run out of your town, so you don't have to worry about them. And as you can see, we have lots of population filled up with our units, so we'll need to start with some farms, definitely. In this mission, as I mentioned, we are playing 1v1, but you have to keep in mind that your enemies has actually two bases, or maybe like three, but there are just two basically on the same spot right here, so that's basically just one, and then you have another one a little bit smaller down here. So we will definitely need to make sure that we are defending ourselves from both sides, because otherwise they will just destroy us and we will be unable to defend ourselves effectively. Also, of course, we can already build towers from the 8th mission, so that will be also pretty important to build some towers because they are pretty strong offensively and they will really help us defend ourselves effectively. Also, as you can see, there is a windmill in our village, so we can easily capture it and get some more gold and gems. But also don't forget to harvest some wood, because as you can see, I just built 2 farms and we have only 50 more wood, so you have wood for 3 farms, and that's really not enough. So after I finish those 2 farms, I will just send this peasant to wood. Also, as you can see, after you build 2 farms, you are able to start making your first peasant. So try to start building the 3rd farm as soon as you can, so you can start making more peasants after this one is finished. And again, you will need more wood, so probably even 2 peasants on trees really early. There is also a healing fountain in this forest up here. You don't have to be scared to go here because there are no enemies. As I mentioned, there are down here and in the top right corner, so this is a really safe place for you, and you can just go here between fights and heal your units. Yeah, here is the healing fountain. Also, as you can see, we have one more farm here, so we can also use it to spot, yeah, if they decide to attack us from here and we won't be building any more buildings here, we'll still be able to see with this farm when they are attacking us. Yeah, you can explore this area around this healing fountain more, but of course there are no more things, I believe. Maybe there is like a treasure somewhere or something, so I will check it for you, but probably not, so you don't have to go here. As you can see, this is just an empty space. Maybe you can build some farms or something, but I mean, you can easily fit them anywhere else, and if you place them in your town, then they can maybe tank some damage during the fight, so it will be even more useful for you. But of course, you are risking that they will get destroyed during the fight, and then you will need to rebuild them. There is like small area with snow. I believe that's the only snow on this map, but again, there is nothing here, so you don't need to go here. And I will also check this area, and yes, sorry, I just clicked on my other monitor. I will check this area and also this area, but I believe there is nothing there. So let's make a few more peasants, and after that we'll probably start making our expansions. As you can see, here are some mineral fields, so you can get some more resources here. And I also believe that there are some gold fields, so definitely lots of expansion opportunities. And of course, after you conquer some of your enemies, you will be also able to go to their towns and create some more expansions there. And I believe there is also like another or one or two windmills down here, and also maybe some treasures to pick up. So let's just create a few more peasants, but as you can see we already have lots of gold, so I will just send my peasant here. And also don't forget to build more farms during the time. Maybe we can also make a blacksmith and send one more peasant to wood, because as I mentioned, there will be some wood problems if you don't harvest enough wood. Also, there is one more thing that I forgot to mention. There is a collapsed gem mine, and if you go here and destroy it, you will get 100 gems. So that's probably the only treasure that you can get here in the beginning. So we'll definitely do that. Of course, you can destroy it even with peasants, but it would just takes a lot of time, and you would be wasting your peasants, because during that time they could be just harvesting more resources. And you don't have anything to do with your army anyways, so you can just choose all your units, go here and destroy it. I mean, our army is not the strongest, but it's definitely good that we have so many crossbowmen, because they will be really useful during the fight. Yeah, that's like the main unit that you need to have really good damage, because of course they don't have the highest damage of all elite units. Actually, that's the lowest damage, I believe. But since there are ranged units, they can always shoot all at once, so that will be a really good value. As you can see, as I mentioned, here you have 3 mineral fields, and there is also one more gems mine. So you can either build two town halls here, or you can maybe just build one here and bring more gems from this mine with multiple peasants. Here you can explore a little bit further. This is safe, but if you go to the north, you will just go to those enemy towers, and enemies will probably attack you, so be really careful there. And also this is probably the right time to start harvesting some gems, because we are already we have already pretty good amount of peasants and lots of gold, so we don't really need more of it. Of course, you can make all expansions at once in the beginning, but you might have problems defending yourself. Again, I don't exactly remember the times where your enemies attack and what exactly you should do, because I created this mode multiple months ago, so it has been quite a long time, so I don't remember everything. But I will probably just create some units first, and after that we will create another expansion here. Yeah, I definitely remember that the first attack will come from south, yeah, from this area. But after that, you definitely need to make sure that you also have some towers here, because otherwise the enemy from the north will also attack you and destroy you. Yeah, you can also explore this area. This is safe, but we don't really need that, because enemies will attack from this side anyways. After we finished our barracks, we'll create, or I mean upgrade our town hall to stone keep, and I will also create more peasants in my expansion. And also maybe we can make one more barracks, so we can create our units even faster. Also we finished blacksmith, so let's make some upgrades. First I will upgrade damage for my crossbowmen, and after that maybe damage for my elite swordsmen. Also don't forget to make groups for your units and buildings, so you can manage everything even faster. Our enemies will probably have really combined armies of all elite units, so it's not really good idea to just spam one unit or something here. But I don't know if they will have too many pikemen, so maybe we'll make quite lots of elite knights, and of course lots of elite crossbowmen, because as I mentioned, ranged units will be really important. Also, let's upgrade to castle first, so we can start making our units, and after that we will make improved farming. And also yeah, we'll probably run out of gems pretty fast because here you have only gold fields. Actually, it would be probably a better idea to create your first expansion here because you will also get some gems and you can get even more gems from this gems mine, while here you only have 3 gold fields. So yeah, really make maybe a better decision than me here and create your first expansion on this spot. Also, let's check the amount of our peasants here. As you can see, I have too many of them. That's really unnecessary. So let's maybe send them here and we can create expansion right now, even though I originally said that we'll create it a little bit later. And also let's upgrade our barracks to advanced barracks. Also castle will be finished really soon, but as you can see I ran out of wood, so I will probably need to send a little bit more peasants on wood, so like 2 more, and we will finish it like this. And here we actually don't need that many villagers, probably only like 8 of them, but we can definitely still use this town hall to create more peasants for our second expansion. And also don't forget to build those buildings that you will need for your elite units. Maybe we don't need to start with elite knights immediately. I will rather spend my resources on other units so we can start creating immediately. And those expensive elite knights will be for later, because right now it would just cost me all of my resources and I don't think that we would be able to defend ourselves. But you can of course try different strategies. So maybe we could also start making some towers pretty soon, but as I mentioned we don't have too much wood, so maybe let's wait a little bit more. Here you will need also 8 peasants, so as you can see right now we have 6, plus this one is 7, and actually we will just need one more and this will be okay. And we will use this town hall to create peasants for this gems mine. So first we will probably finish, actually both of those buildings will be finished at the same time, so let's just create some units. And also we will use our barracks. As you can see we already ran out of gems, even though we had saved up quite a bit of them. But yeah, elite units are just really expensive on gems, so you just have to really be prepared for this.
Excellent idea.
And yeah, I just need to send one peasant here so I can reveal this area, and now we can create those peasants. I probably won't make another town hall closer here because it would be just a waste of resources. I will rather just create more peasants, even though it will take some population. Right now I don't really care about population because it's not a problem for me right now. So let's just make a little bit more soldiers. As you can see here we can create 2 more elite swordsmen. And maybe we don't need more crossbowmen right now because we have full unit already. I mean full group, and we will just create some more units in the front. Yeah, so that will be our elite swordsmen. Also, maybe I can finally create a circle of ancients because it just doesn't cost that much gems, and I don't really care about gold and wood right now, even though we still don't have too much wood. I think we will be able to play with this. Yeah, we just need 5 peasants on wood usually. If it becomes problem later, I can just create more of them. But as you can see, there are basically no trees down here, so the only area where you can harvest is here. So once we get a little bit further in the forest, I will probably need to create another blacksmith. Yeah, so maybe create like 3 more peasants here for this gems mine, or just 2. I just want it to be maximum value here. I mean maximum effectivity. And once we finish this circle of ancients, we will create some of those elite knights. Even though right now I probably won't have enough gems for it.
I am here, my lord.
Also, of course, we have enough population, but let's just create more farms, because again, that's something that doesn't cost any gems, and we can do it right now when we have time for it. And yeah, maybe let's create like 2 more peasants, and let's use 2
Excellent
peasants
idea.
for building towers, because I don't want to lose my effectivity of harvesting resources there, but I still want to have some towers here. So let's just start with 4 simple towers here that will create like a line. I still want to have some space where I can fight, because they will have lots of ranged units as well, and if I create really narrow paths, they will probably just destroy me because they will have lots more units than me. But I also want to block the way a little bit so they just don't rush me with everything at once. If we can keep them at one spot, even if we get those towers destroyed, we can at least level up our elite crossbowmen, and that should help us in the later fights at least. So we already have our first 2 elite knights. Again, don't forget about the heal ability, that's really important. Yeah, and here as you can see, we probably have a little bit more peasants that you need, so we'll just take one away. And let's just send him to wood, because we still don't have enough wood, I would say. So the exact number that you need here is 5 peasants if you build your town hall on this spot, which is basically the perfect spot for those mineral fields. Also don't forget to upgrade your towers, because on the first level they cannot even attack your enemies. The only thing that they can do is reveal pretty large area around those towers.
What needs to be done?
Of course, we will build even more towers. I want to build them behind the towers I just built, so they are kinda protected, but they can still shoot our enemies.
We need more wood, my lord.
And right now I ran out of wood, because we also need wood for our upgrades of those towers. Not only building them, but we also need to upgrade them, and then that costs even more wood. So let's actually create 2 more peasants and send them to wood. And also we can create that second blacksmith, because that costs only gold, so that shouldn't be a problem. And it's also an advantage to create it so soon, because then you can upgrade your researcher upgrades for your units in both blacksmiths and advanced, so it will be twice as fast. Right now we saved up quite a lot of gems, so let's create some more elite knights, and once we get enough wood, we'll probably create another elite swordsman, and maybe also 1 more elite crossbowman.
I'm loaded, sir.
Yeah, as you can see, the wood is probably the biggest problem here, but just maybe don't rush it, because if you rush it too much, then you will have a lot of wood, but you still won't have enough gems, even though you have that 1 bonus gems mine here. But as you can see, the one resource that we have the most by far is definitely gold, so it's pretty obvious here. Yeah, so we are just building more towers, nothing too interesting here, and of course, after we finish this, we'll probably start building those towers on this side, because as I said, they will also attack us from there. So let's go up 2 more elite knights, and we will also need to build more barracks after a while, but right now I'm spending all of my wood on those towers, so I won't rush it too much right now. Yeah, this attack will be probably really strong, but I believe that we can easily defend ourselves if we build this pretty good amount of towers.
What needs to be done?
And yeah, let's just finish those last 2 towers. As you can see, the time that you have before they attack is quite big. I didn't really remember that right, so you can definitely create your expansions first, and after that you can just upgrade your town hall to castle, or I mean to stone keep and then castle, and after that start creating your units. Yeah, you will definitely have enough time to create maybe even a full population or get really close to it, so no need to rush it here. Yeah, we can create some more elite knights. Again, we are out of gems, but I would like to have at least 1 full group, so that will be 15 knights, and right now yeah, actually once we create all of those knights we'll have the full group.
I am here, my lord.
So let's just upgrade our last 2 towers and let's
do
start building more here. You can either start right here or a little bit closer. I like this spot more because there are no trees in your way, so you can build wherever you want. It will be also easier for your units to go through those towers. But of course you can even build like 2 lines of them if you have enough resources and of course also enough time for that. So let's just start with some towers like this.
What needs to be
Also,
done?
let's build those last
Good
2
idea.
barracks that we need. And I mean, right now
await your command.
I need one more swordsman for a full group, and then we will just spam a little bit more crossbowmen because that's always the best thing that you can do after you have lots of melee units.
Building complete.
And also it will be effective in those areas because they are quite narrow. So let's just group up our units. This will be group number 1 full of elite knights. Then we will have swordsmen in group number 2 and elite crossbowmen will be group number 3 and group number 4. So right now, as you can see, we have 4 crossbowmen here and then 1 full group. Actually 1 more crossbowman is here. As you can see, they are already attacking, so I have 180 population, so that's something that you should be able to easily accomplish. And right now I don't want to get too close to those towers, otherwise more units will come. As you can see, the attack is not that strong, but once you start pulling more enemies from the enemy, it will actually get much harder. Again, I'm trying to heal all of my elite knights so we don't lose them. And as you can see right now, I'm basically not even using my towers anymore because I'm just too far away. But yeah, maybe let's retreat a little bit. So we are using that offensive power of our towers. Also heal our knights. And like this we should be able to easily defeat them. You can definitely just win at this point against this enemy. Of course you won't be able to destroy the other town immediately, but you at least want to eliminate one of your enemies. And as you can see, he doesn't have too much more units, he only has some crossbowmen here, but you definitely want to destroy those towers because, as I mentioned, they are pretty strong offensively, and if you ignore them you will probably lose all of your units. Also keep in mind that you need to produce units during the fight as well. I will try to heal my knights and finish this last tower with last units. There will still probably be some more units on the left because he is grouping up his attack army here. So let's just check this spot. Yeah, as you can see, there are more units, so definitely want to go here and destroy them. But I don't have more heals, so maybe we will actually need to retreat for a while. And also don't forget to build more towers, because as I mentioned, your enemy will also attack from this side and you will need some more buildings there. Let's actually create some more swordsmen right now, because we don't have enough gems for those elite knights and I just need something in front of my elite crossbowmen. And as you can see, we managed to level up our units pretty well, so this will be a decent bonus damage. We also have some fresh elite knights here, so we can heal our units that are injured. And yeah, like this I will just finish him. Basically, first thing you usually want to destroy are those unit production buildings, like barracks, Temple of Swords and marksmanship tower, or marksman's tower, but of course you can also destroy the town hall first, yeah, whatever. It doesn't usually really matter if they create like 2 more units, that usually won't be a big deal. Also, I believe there are some treasures, also you can capture those 2 windmills. Yeah, and here you can take 1000 gold and 1000 wood. So that doesn't really fix the problem with gems, but it's at least something yeah, if you had still problems with wood or something, then you can
Building complete,
definitely
my lord.
fix it
I
like
live
this.
to
Yeah,
serve.
this should really help you. So let's make a few more towers. This shouldn't be too difficult, but keep in mind that the attack from here will be probably a little bit stronger, so you will need a lot of units to defend yourself there. I will just check this area once more, so that there are no left units, because
Yes,
if I
sir.
left something there, then he would attack me with that after a while. And since this is the same enemy, he just has 2 towns, you won't receive any message or like completed quest that you defeated him, because you just
Upgrade
destroyed
complete,
one of
my
his
lord.
town. So there is like nothing that would tell you
Building
that
complete, my
you
lord.
killed all units in that
Building
town.
complete, my lord. I am here, my lord.
So let's just
Excellent
repair
idea.
those
Good
towers,
idea.
even though we
Let's
don't
do
need
it.
them anymore. Yeah, we can also repair this
I live to
one
serve.
farm that we
May
have
the
from
work
the
never end.
start. And let's just make a few more units. Again, I will make some knights and also some swordsmen and crossbowmen. Yeah, as you
Huh?
can see, I'm not even building the growth of pikes for elite pikemen, because our enemy
I
doesn't
live
have
to
too
serve.
many elite
Let's do it.
knights, so it's just not really needed in this mission. So yeah, let's just build our expansion here. I'm definitely doing that mainly for the gems mine, but we can also get
Building
some more
complete, my
gold
lord.
here if we want. And I will also create 2 more
I am here, my
peasants
lord.
for
Complete, my lord.
our
May the work
windmills,
never
because
end.
you can get even more gems from there. And you
Excellent
want
idea.
to take basically all sources of
Huh?
gems that you as you can,
Will the
as many of
work
them as you
never
can.
end?
So let's
I am
upgrade
here,
our
my lord.
tower here, and
My
once
sword
we
serves you.
repair this, I will
Our
take
forces
my
are under
peasants
attack.
and save them here. As you can see, enemies already attacking. So first he will always come with elite knights, because of course he's attacking with attack move, and elite knights are the fastest unit. So they will just get here first, and after that, as you can see, more units will come. But it shouldn't be too big of a problem. As you can see, I'm just basically walking over him, tanking all damage with my elite knights. Even though he has some elite pikemen, I'm just easily able to survive thanks to my heals. So definitely use your elite knight heals, and yeah, this way you should just get through him pretty easily without using basically any units. After we defend this attack, I will just take those 2 peasants that I saved somewhere, and I will build probably another wall of towers here, so we can use them for our future attacks. So
I
here
live
are
to
those 2
serve.
peasants, so let's just take
Will the
them
work
and
never
start
end?
building some scout towers here.
Good idea.
Actually, first I will probably just take one elite knight and show you the area, how it looks like. There will be like 4 towers somewhere, and of course there are units behind them, so you don't want to go here. So
Huh?
we'll... Yeah, actually here I
Excellent
have 2 more
idea.
peasants for our
I live to
windmills,
serve.
so let's just do that first. And
What needs
those
to
2
be
peasants will
done?
probably start building probably somewhere around here. It's a little bit more difficult to build here because there are already a lot of trees, but yeah, as you can see, it's possible. And
Building complete, my
after
lord.
that we can basically easily defend ourselves here, and we can also lurk some enemies from there and destroy them with those towers. Because if you just use your units, it might get a little bit tough, so we'll just use those towers because it's pretty easy to do. We don't need much
Huh?
more gold, so I'll just take this gems mine and right now ignores those gold fields. And also don't forget to make your last upgrade for your units.
Building
That's also
complete, my
pretty
lord.
important.
Building
And
complete,
if
my
we run
lord.
out of wood here, I can either go up here, or right now, since we defended ourselves and moved our towers, we can also start harvesting all those trees. So definitely you won't run out of wood in this mission. Also, since I wasn't creating units for some time, I also saved up some gems. So let's create more units, and
We need more
after
gems, my lord.
that we'll probably attack. Uh, Again, we can heal our units. I can try to right click my heal here. As you can see, it healed most of my units. but we still have some injured units here, so let's just do it manually. I will find the knight that has the cooldown ready, so here he is, and I will just heal the unit that's injured. There should be at least one more knight with the cooldown ready, so yeah, this one. So I will heal the elite knight as well. Right now my army is fully healed. Also don't forget to keep upgrading your towers, otherwise they will be basically useless. Even though if you just build them, they can still at least tank some damage during the fight. So it would still be a good idea to build towers, but of course since you can upgrade them and get that pretty strong offensive power of 30 attack, it's pretty useful to just upgrade them, of course. I can also repair my towers, but probably you don't need to do that because no one should get there after you create your second wall of towers here. As I mentioned in the beginning, there are like two towns. There is the smaller one and then a really big one in the back, but I mean, they are not really creating any more units in the first one, so we should be able to conquer it pretty easily. And after that, we'll just need to regroup our army, make some new units after we lost something, and then just finish the second town. Yeah, this mission is not too difficult. You just need to really work your way through the enemy town. Maybe you don't even need so many towers. Yeah, I'm just making sure that I don't randomly lose somewhere or something. So as you can see, I already have my full group of knights again. Probably I don't have full group of swordsmen yet, but I'm still making more of them. And also let's actually regroup our crossbowmen. Here we have 15 of them and another 10 of them here. So let's actually make them group number 4. Yeah, I'm always using super groups because it would just be too difficult to control everything separately if you are moving the whole army somewhere. But of course during the fight I'm using each unit individually. So as you can see right now, actually I don't know if he attacked me with this or if I just got too close with my towers and he just decided to attack me or like defend himself. But yeah, this is just swordsman, so I will easily defeat them, and after that I will just heal my army and then we can probably attack them. Yeah, as you can see I didn't lose basically any units, so I will just finish my groups. And yeah, I even made too many of swordsmen, so they cannot even fit in my group, but I don't really care. Let's just make few more elite crossbowmen. And as I said, we will heal our army. Here we have one injured elite knight, and I believe everything should be fully healed right now. I probably won't even worry about those damaged towers. Let's just take our army and finish our enemies. Or I mean at least this first town. Actually one more thing that I always try to remind you is to save your game. Yeah, so definitely don't forget to save your game. If we fail here, it would be really unfortunate to start all over again. So let's just do it like this. As you can see, he only has some archers here, so not even elite units. It should be pretty easy. And those towers will probably not be able to destroy anything. So this first town is really simple to conquer. And you can also create an expansion here if you want, but it's pretty dangerous because it's actually really close to the second town. As you can see, there are already some towers, so creating an expansion here is basically impossible before you conquer the second town. As you can see, this enemy actually has, or I mean this town has lots of elite knights, so it would be probably a really good idea to finally create some elite pikemen here. But I didn't remember that, so I just created my usual army. But yeah, this is basically the perfect situation for creating some elite pikemen, because here we would definitely use them. But as you can see, I'm still able to destroy it even with this army. because of course we still have heals, and we also have lots of crossbowmen that have pretty high level, so I just have really strong offensive power, which is really helping me here right now. Even though we are losing most of our units, we are still able to also kill our enemies, which is of course the most important thing. I don't really care if I lose my units, if I am still able to destroy my enemy. So if you want, you can just create lots of elite pikemen here, and you will have even easier time here, but if you do it like this, you should be still pretty okay. Yeah, here are just some more units in the back, because he was creating another army for his attack here, but again, we should be easily able to finish it here. Of course, right now he's tanking most of my damage from my crossbowmen with this castle, so I will just move them and start shooting his units instead. Here I have a heal ready, so hopefully... Oh, I wasn't able to save him, but I can at least save this knight. Yeah, and even though I lost basically all of my melee units, I was still able to defeat him. And of course I'm still trying to make even more units during the fight, so I don't lose everything at once. As you can see, I have last elite knight here, but he's already level 4, so he gets bonus HP and also the HP aura for our other units, and also for him, of course. And also, if you decide to maybe destroy those towns in the north first, before you destroy this town in the south, you can also pick up some treasures here, I believe. So if we go there, I believe there should be something in the forest, or maybe I remember that wrong. Let's just check it here. Yeah, maybe there are no treasures. Oh yeah, I already picked them up automatically somewhere. But of course the advantage of defeating this first is that you can create 2 expansions here. So there will be even more resources for you. But apparently there are no treasures, so keep that in mind. So yeah, this should be the last building. Quest completed. We defeated Murbach and received the winning sound. Also, we still have a lot of resources, so wouldn't be a problem to fight even longer with them. So let's check the stats, the results. So as you can see, everything basically best, of course, except resources. That doesn't really matter. We killed more units, definitely, produced even more than him. We gained much more experience, and also we constructed lots of buildings because I was just spamming lots of towers there. Yeah, so basically pretty straightforward. So this was pretty easy mission, I would say. I hope you enjoyed it, and next time we will take a look at the 12th mission, which will be again a building mission. So yeah, take care guys.